Take a minute to review the two scenarios that were discussed in the handbook on page 13. We had Cardinal Middle School, and their council felt that the budgeting decisions were not needed or did not need to be known by the public. So they decided to go to a private conference room and discuss those allocations. Did this council follow the requirements for the Kentucky Open Records and Open Meetings Acts? The answer is no, they did not. Any of the discussions must remain in an open session. Now, you can charge a committee to make these decisions as far as the allocations and and those budgeting discussions. They may discuss those matters and then come and present that budget to Sitebase. In that case, when they present, that presentation would be part of that open records request or Open Meetings Act. So again, all discussions or decisions that are made around the money and those allocations need to be a part of the open records request. In scenario 2, we had Bobcat High School's Sitebase, and they were discussing the proficiency and the achievement gap in those subjected areas. And the chairperson asked the news crew to step out as they said this information is preliminary and serves no purpose on its current stage to the public at large. Did this council follow the requirements of the Kentucky Open Records and Open Meetings Act? And again, the answer to this one is no, they did not. So this one was a little tricky because it didn't go into detail on news or outlets or media outlets recording. But again, all of those decisions are permit to news media coverage because they are included in the Open Records and Open Meetings Act. Okay, let's take a look at the text message thread here on the screen. As you read through this, I want you to think about which portion of this message would be subject to an open records request. So in the group thread, it says, reminder, we have a meeting tomorrow at 5:30. Then we have some more discussion going on about staffing allocations, what moves they think need to be made, and everyone gives their input in the text thread. So which portion of this message would be subject to an open records request? And the answer to this would be the communications discussing the moving of the teachers to different grades. This is business that would need to be discussed in an open meeting. So even though this is a text thread on a personal device, this is subject to an open records request because it is discussing those decisions that will need to be made at Sitebase. So just remember, anytime you need to have those conversations need to be had during that meeting and not outside of the meeting because all of that is open to an open records request.